I'll ask you, though, because I hear you struggling with it. I hear you say it's a tough question, a bit unsure. You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president. But now,
and purposely, because after I won, you know, it's different when you win. I see it tonight. I'm going to UFC with Dana White. And I see fighters, they come in with hatred like you wouldn't believe it. It's amazing. It's a little metaphor on life, right? The hatred, they hate each. Then after the fight, somebody wins, somebody loses. Sometimes they get knocked out. Sometimes it's, but they hug and they kiss each other. It's like crazy. I beat her. It's easier when you win. And they all said, lock her up. And I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened to me. And so I may feel differently about it. I can't tell you, I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay. Then we won. And I said pretty openly, I say, all right, come on, just relax. Let's go. We're going to make our country great.
Yeah.
And it would have been, think of it, you lock up the wife of a president of the United States.
But they want to lock you up over $130,000 of an accounting thing, and she actually...
And a perfectly stated accounting thing. Success will bring the country together, because I had it together.
Yeah.
Before the China virus came in, I had it together. We really had it together. And it would have stayed. I think it would have stayed. Everybody was doing better. The country was doing better than it had ever done. And we're going back to those same policies, and then some. And then some. One of the bigger differences I know, you know, before I won, I was in Washington, the press about 17 times. I never stayed over. So I wasn't a Washington person. And I relied on people for recommendations. And I got, you know, a lot of great ones. Look, we had great, the economics, Bob Lighthizer, so many people. We had great people, but we also had some that I wouldn't have put. I don't have to use their names, but that I wouldn't have put. Now I know them all. I know the tough ones and the weak ones and the smart ones and the dumb ones and the, you know, we know the strong ones. And so I think it's going to be very good, and we're ready to go. But the country is really going bad. When you look at all these people, millions of people coming into this country, I really think, other than nuclear weapons, which I think are the single biggest threat, not global warming, when they say that the seas will rise over the next 400 years, 1/8 of an inch, you know, which means basically you have a little more beachfront property, okay? Think of it. The seas are going to rise. Who knows? But this is the big threat. I watched Biden the other night. It's the greatest existential. He loves that word because it's a big word, and he thinks he knows. He doesn't even know what the hell the word means. He goes, it's the greatest existential threat to our country, global warming. In the meantime, you got these maniacs with nuclear weapons that can do damage, which I won't even talk to you about, but I know the damage. It's the greatest. There has never been anything like it, the power of weaponry today. It will be obliteration. And that's your real threat. But in terms of our country, a real threat are the people that are coming in, that are being allowed to come in.